Hello, party people. Hello, it is Randy. I am here today with video number 2. It's technically still project number 1, but video 2 of Turtle Love from Softflex. So that's what we're working on today. I recently opened Turtle Love and I did an unboxing, and I had started a little project with the sticker earrings, and so we're gonna go ahead and finish those up today. Super fun. So let's jump down to the mat, get this party started. All right, guys, here we are down on the mat. So as you can see, everything is still here just the way we left it. We've been having a super busy time over here at Thunderhouse, so here we go. But I just wanted to mention that Thunderhorse Descendant is a working studio, so if you hear any commotion going on, don't worry, that's just work happening. So let's get this party started. So these are the little earrings that we started when I did the opening. Okay, focus. We can do it. Focus. Can we do it? There we go. So these are the little earrings. Now, like I said, when you, I glued them with the Mod Podge, and when they dried, I thought about this after, but when you move them like this, they do crack. But that's fine. These are just going to be for me, and honestly, it kind of looks like it's part of the water. So I'm not terribly mad at it. How much bending am I really going to be doing? So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and finish those up. And then these are other projects that we have to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these in the little magic keep track of everything drawer over here. And, oh, here's a little bag. I'm going to put those in there so I don't lose track of them. All right, we're going to zoom in. Okay, so we're going to focus on one turtle at a time here. Let me just put this one to the side. So here's what they end up looking like. So you can see the cracking that happened kind of right here, like when I bend it, but I mean, nobody's really gonna see that, I don't think. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead and we are going to do a zipper stitch or edge this little pleather. So this little pleather is quite thin, so I don't feel like we should have an issue with it. And I'm going to use some of these lime green seed beads. These are size 11. I got these out at Taylor's Falls, and we've had these on the channel before. So I'm going to go ahead and use those, and we're going to use some beading thread. Now this is up to you what kind of thread you want to use. I am going to be using B, letter B. And we are going to get this ready to go. Okay. So I don't want to use too much thread. We're not really going to need that much. So I'm just going to call that a day. And then I am going to take my beeswax. Now this is beeswax. It's actually from Minnesota. So what I do when I'm getting it ready to wax the string, I just kind of let it warm up in my hand a little bit. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull our string through. And so I'm just using my thumb to guide the string through. Okay, and I'm going to leave a little piece at the end for where I'm going to string up my needle, because I don't really necessarily need that to be waxed. And we're going to go twice. This is just how I do it. You can do it however you want. My phone is supposed to be on Do Not Disturb, but apparently it doesn't listen. Go figure. It's too smart for that. Okay, so I'm going a second time, and as you can see, this string is biting into the wax. That's what it's supposed to do, so don't be alarmed if that happens. This is what this is supposed to be doing. You can even run it over both sides here. And what this does is this allows us to have a little better control over our stringing material. Okay, I got like, you guys, can you see? This is what I'm fighting. What is this? Okay, let's put this over there so it's out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to thread our needle here. Stuck to me. So I'm going to take my beading needle. Now this one is size 11. And I'm just going to thread this. Okie doke, bring it down a little ways. And that's all that we are going to be doing. So we're only going to be using one string. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start right at the top. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the top here. And I am going to have a little tail. And then I'm going to just come around again through the top, underneath that first hole that I made. Bring it through. And I'm going to do a little half hitch knot right here. So as you can see, I have a loop. I'm going to go through that loop. And that's how I'm going to start. Okay? That's it. That's all I got to do. So you could go around again if you want to, if it makes you feel more, if you want to tie off, however you tie off, that's up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come through with a stitch. And now this is where I want to start. So I want to start in the front. That's why I came through with that stitch. Okay, so this is where I want to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on 3 beads. Bring those down. So this is almost kind of like a brick stitch situation, except for you're not going through beads, you're just going through the leather. Okay? And so we're going to start going this way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give about 1 bead space. And I'm going to go right through there on the edge. Can you see? Here's what I mean by about 1 bead space. And this is just to get started. Okay. So about 1 bead space between, well, it's about 2. That's fine. Between where you start and where your needle goes in. Okay. So then we're going to pull that through. Okay, so it's going to look like this. That's fine. You're going to push it over. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're now coming from the back. We're just going to go up through this bead, through the last bead. That's it. Okay. So there's what we got. And that's all we want. Okay, so now I'm going to only put on 2 beads. 2 beads at a time. 1, 2. Bring those down. I'm hung up on my pliers over here. Bring those down. Okay. Now, 2 bead spaces. That's where you're going to want to put your needle in. You see that? So you're going to want to go about right here. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure that you're kind of going in straight and that you're going in enough where it's not going to pull through the back. Okay, pull those. Now we go up through the last one. To complete the stitch. Okay, now we're on our way. Now if you wanted to use different colors for this, you could. You could do all kinds of different patterns and things, whatever you want to do. So, I'm going to go a little faster now. Okay? Push them up into place, go through the last bead. Easy peasy. So, one more time. Put 2 beads on, fold them over, see where they hit. Okay? Go in there, the second bead, make sure you're going in the right place. Bring it through. Push them up to the edge. Go through the last bead. Okay? And we're going to do this all the way around. Now let me say this. Don't be pulling this too tight. You want it to be tight, but you don't want it to be too tight where you're going to pull through anything. And you also don't want it to start to scrunch. So keep that in mind. And then I'm going to go around to the end and I'm going to show you how I'm going to end it. I've already got a knot in my string. Look at me. Professional over here. I'm kidding. And I'll show you how we're going to end it and how we're going to put on our findings. Okay? So I'll be right back. Alrighty, party people, here we are. So here's the end result after the edging. Pretty cool, huh? Now, I picked these green because I thought they were really super cute with this leather and they were going to kind of be monochromatic. If you wanted to do, I thought about doing contrast color or doing like a couple different colors, but that's completely up to you. Anyways, not the point. I'm to the top here and I wanted to show you how I intend on ending this. So I am right up to the top. When you get up to the top, you know, you may have to maneuver your stitches a little bit. Mine worked out pretty okay, like right up to the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side with the needle on, still the working thread, and I'm going to go through this next bead. Now, however you want to finish this is completely up to you. I'm just getting that tail out of the way. And I'm going to go down a couple of beads here, just following the pattern so that my stitches don't show through. I'm going to go down this one. And I'm going to go back in through that same hole that's there. And then here on the back, I'll come up through that same bead. So I'm basically just following the pattern down a little ways. I got my tail in there. So that I can secure this the way that I want to. And I'm going to go down another one. So now that I'm to this second down flat bead, I don't know what you want to call that. This guy, let's zoom in. Okay. Got a little tiny work here today. This guy right here, this is where I'm going to tie off. So I'm going to go down, following the pattern. I'm going to go through that same stitch, the original stitch that we made. Now make sure you don't have any slack because you don't want that to be showing. Okay. And then on the back here, I'm going to make a little stitch. Just a little stitch. Make sure it's not going through the front. And right here, I'm going to do a half hitch knot. Okay, then I'm going to go back up through the same bead that we just came out of. Okay, and I'm going to go hide this little string because I'm about to cut it off. So I'm going to come down here, go one more. And I mean, you wouldn't have to go through all this. I'm just doing this, you know, because this is how I would do it. go through that same hole. And now right here that we are in the back, we're going to go ahead and just take this off. So to do that, I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut it pretty close. And then you're going to take your thread burner or your handy dandy lighter. And you're just going to give that. There. So that's that side. Now I'm going to do as much as I can on this other side with my tail, just enough to get it secure. I'm going to take my needle off. I'm going to move over here to this tail portion. I just want to be able to work it back through the other side. Okay, because you don't have that much to work with, but as you can see right here, it's coming out of the top, and I want to just at the very least be able to secure it down. So we'll go in this one, which is a down bead, and through the back. And honestly, that's really about all we need for that. Just enough to bring it back around because it's just tied into the leather. Okay, so I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to cut this pretty short. And I'm going to come in here. And do a little burn. Alright. So there's that, and now all we're going to do is put our findings on. So this is not in pattern, but I'm not worried about it at all because I'm going to use a jump ring that is large enough. Now this is going to be based on wherever your hole is in your little pleather doings, okay? So mine is pretty far down into that little diamond shape, so I'm using a larger jump ring. This one is a 8 round. Oh my, it's probably a 10. No, it's an 8. That's an 8. And I'm going to make sure that I'm using a jump ring of my choosing. You can do whatever, just as long as it's large enough to clear those beads. That would be my suggestion, because then you're not going to have metal rubbing on your beads. You know what I mean? So for the most part, it's going to hide this top part where we started and ended everything, right? So it doesn't really matter about the pattern. And then also, you want this to be able to clear the beads. And then I am going to put these on a latch back. So I'm going to then use an oval, a smaller oval, because I want them to hang. And I'm going to attach on to this round jump ring, and then on to my latch back, like so. So when I make my earrings, I like the front to be facing the front. You know, I don't do the side thing. I like this to be in the front. So when you look at me, this is what you see. And that's how I put on the earring wire. Okay. So there we go. There she is. One turtle down. He's quite cute. Here's what the back looks like. One turtle down, one to go. Right? The other one is blue. So we'll get him whopped up. I'm going to go ahead and do him off camera, and then I'll show you what they look like on, because I'm keeping these for me, so I'll show you how they look on myself. Okay? Okay. Okay guys, here they are finished. I thought they turned out pretty well. I'm going to try them on for you, but I just thought I'd give you a little video. Here's what the back looks like. Okay. Alrighty, so we are completed. I think they turned out really good. Presto changeo, here they are both done. There we go. Super cute. Ah, dig them. Nothing we can't do with a little packaging, let me tell you. All right, see how they look. So these are for me. Oh yes, and they're quite lightweight. I like them. Cute. All right, you guys, so there we go. There's what they look like on. Very cute. All right, so I hope you guys are enjoying this video. This is my second video, but still, this is my first project that I started. I do have a number of other projects that I said I was going to make with the turtles. I'm hoping to get to these soon. I am prepping for a craft show this week, next week. It's on Father's Day, so I'm going to try to get these accomplished perhaps over the weekend. We'll see how things work out. But I will be putting them out at some point in time. So, but I did want to let you guys know that I do have a number of projects to do. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I hope that you found some type of inspiration from this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel so you can find me on the internet again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.